Merhaba, benim adım Andy. Nasılsınız? Hello, my name is Andy. How are you? Let's talk about the Turkish language, or
Türkçe,
Turkish is the most widely spoken of the Turkic languages, with around 80 to 90 million speakers. It is the national language of Turkey and Northern Cyprus. Significant smaller groups of Turkish speakers exist in Iraq, Syria, Germany, Austria, Bulgaria, North Macedonia, Greece, the Caucasus, and other parts of Europe and Central Asia. Turkish is the 13th most spoken language in the world. Turkish is a member of the Oghuz group of the Turkic family. Other members include Azerbaijani, spoken in Azerbaijan and northwest Iran, Gagauz of Gagauzia, Qashqai of South Iran, and the Turkmen of Turkmenistan. Although Turkic languages were present in Mongolia much further back, the first example of the language in written form dates from the early 8th century. It is found on the Orkhon steles, two monuments erected by the Göktürk rulers at the time. The inscription on the steles were written in the Old Turkic script, an alphabet resembling Germanic runes, despite the unrelated two scripts. The earliest known Old Turkic inscriptions are the three monumental Orkhon inscriptions found in modern Mongolia, erected in honor of the Prince Gultiyin and his brother Emperor Bilge Khagan. These dates back to the Second Turkic Khaganate, dated 682 to 744 CE. During the 11th century, the Turks gradually migrated toward Anatolia, a territory controlled by the Byzantine Empire. It wasn't before 1453, when Constantinople was conquered, however, that the empire was defeated by the Seljuk Turks. The Turkish spoken in high society in the Seljuk dynasty was what we call Ottoman Turkish. The language had Turkish as a base, but strong influences from both Arabic and Persian. It was a refined language used for creating poetry and literature. After the foundation of the modern state of Turkey and the script reform, the Turkish Language Association was established in 1932 under the patronage of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, with the aim of conducting research on Turkish. One of the tasks of newly established association was to initiate a language reform to replace loanwords of Arabic and Persian origin with Turkish equivalents. While most of the words introduced to the language by the TDK were newly derived from Turkic roots, it is also opted for reviving old Turkish words which had not been used for centuries. Modern Standard Turkish is based on the dialect of Istanbul. Nonetheless, dialectal variation persists, in spite of the leveling influence of the standard used in mass media and the Turkish education system since the 1930s. The terms ağız or şive are often used to refer to the different types of Turkish dialects, such as Cypriot Turkish. Turkey, officially the Republic of Turkey, is a transcontinental country located mainly on the Anatolian Peninsula in Western Asia, with a small portion on the Balkan Peninsula in Southeast Europe. It shares borders with the Black Sea to the north, Georgia to the northeast, Armenian, Azerbaijan, and Iran to the east, Iraq to the southeast, Syria and the Mediterranean Sea to the south, the Aegean Sea to the west, and Greece and Bulgaria to the northwest. Cyprus is located off the south coast. Turks form the vast majority of the nation's population, and Kurds are the largest minority. Ankara is Turkey's capital, while Istanbul is its largest city and financial center. The national flag of Turkey, officially the Turkish flag, is a red flag featuring a white star and crescent. The flag is often called the red flag and is referred to as the red banner in the Turkish national anthem. The current Turkish flag is directly derived from the late Ottoman flag, which had been adopted in the late 18th century and acquired its final form in 1844. An exact tone of red of the flag of Turkey were legally standardized with the Turkish flag law on 29th of May 1936. The Turkish people, or simply the Turks, or Türkler, are the world's largest Turkic ethnic group. They speak various dialects of the Turkish language and form a majority in Turkey and Northern Cyprus. In addition, centuries-old ethnic Turkish communities still live across the former territories of the Ottoman Empire. Today, approximately 15 to 20 million Turks living in Turkey are the descendants of refugees from the Balkans. There are also 1.5 million descendants from Meskheti and over 600,000 descendants from Cyprus. The Republic of Turkey continues to be a land of migration for ethnic Turkish people fleeing persecution and wars. For example, there are approximately 1 million Syrian Turkmen living in Turkey due to the current Syrian civil war. As of 2021, there are 19 World Heritage Sites in Turkey, including 17 cultural sites and 2 mixed sites. They are Aphrodisias, Archaeological Site of Ani, Archaeological Site of Troy, Arslan Tepe Mound, Bursa and Jumalukazuk, the birth of the Ottoman Empire, City of Safranbolu, Diyarbakir Fortress and Hafsal Gardens Cultural Landscape, Ephesus, Göbekli Tepe, Göreme National Park and the rock sites of Cappadocia, Great Mosque and Hospital of Divri, Hattusha, the Hittite capital, Hierapolis, Pamukkale, historic areas of Istanbul, Nemrut Dağı, Neolithic site of Çatalhöyük, Pergamon and its multi-layered cultural landscape, Selimiye Mosque and its social complex, and Xanthos, Litoon. UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity is another important list to preserve traditions all around the world, maintaining cultural diversity. With the latest inclusion in 2021, now Turkey has 21 cultural entries on this list. Meddahlık, art of public storytelling tradition. Mevlevi Semah ceremony. Aşıklık, folk poets or minstrelsy tradition. Karagöz shadow theater. Traditional conversations. Sohbet, meetings. Yarın, Barana, Siranides, and others. Alevi Bektaşi ritual Semah. Kırkpınar oil wrestling festival. Ceremonial Keşkek tradition. Mesir Paste Festival, Turkish coffee culture and tradition. Ebru, Turkish art of marbling, flatbread making and sharing culture. Lavash, Katırma, Yufka, traditional craftsmanship of Chini tiles. Nevroz or Nevruz, common tradition for spring festival. Hıdrellez, spring celebration, whistled language of Black Sea region. Heritage of Dede Korkut, epic culture, folk tales and music. Traditional Turkish archery. Traditional strategy game. Mangala, Göçürme, art of miniature. Husnihat, traditional calligraphy and Islamic art. Turkish cuisine is largely the heritage of Ottoman cuisine, which can be described as a fusion and refinement of Mediterranean, Balkan, Middle Eastern, Central Asian, Eastern European, Armenian, and Georgian cuisines. Turkish cuisine has in turn influenced those and other neighboring cuisines, including those of Southeast Europe or Balkans, Central Europe, and Western Europe. The Ottomans fused various culinary traditions of their realm, taking influences from and influencing Mesopotamian cuisine, Greek cuisine, Levantine cuisine, Egyptian cuisine, and Balkan cuisine, along with the traditional Turkic elements from Central Asia, such as mantı, ayran, kaymak, creating a vast array of specialties. Turkish has 28 phonemes. The sound system of the language is characterized by vowel harmony, a type of phonological process that dictates which vowels may be found near each other in a word. There are 2 kinds of vowels: front vowels produced at the front of the mouth, such as e and e, and back vowels produced at the back of the mouth, such as a, u, o. Native Turkic words can contain either on all fronts or all back vowels, and all suffixes must conform to the vowel of the syllable preceding them in the word. Turkish has 8 vowel phonemes. There is a contrast between the unrounded and rounded front and back vowels. Rounded vowels are produced with rounded protruding lips. Turkish has 20 consonant phonemes. There are no consonant clusters at the beginning of words. Like all Turkic languages, Turkish is agglutinative. Grammatical relations are indicated by the addition of suffixes to stems. There are no prefixes. Word order in Turkish sentences is normally subject, object, verb. However, other orders are possible, depending on discourse-oriented considerations such as emphasis. Turkish is written with an adapted version of the Roman alphabet, adopted in 1928. Before that, Turkish was written with the Arabic script that was adopted in the 15th century. The modern Turkish alphabet has 29 letters. In the next part, let's hear the beautiful sounds of their language.
Numbers
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Greetings and phrases.
Merhaba, günaydın, iyi akşamlar, hoşça kal, Allah'a ısmarladık.
Görüşürüz.
Evet, hayır, lütfen, pardon, teşekkür ederim.
Vocabulary.
Kırmızı, mavi, sarı, beyaz, siyah, yeşil, turuncu, mor, gri,
Pazartesi, Salı, Çarşamba, Perşembe, Cuma, Cumartesi, Pazar.
Ocak, Şubat, Mart, Nisan, Mayıs, Haziran, Temmuz, Ağustos, Eylül, Ekim, Kasım, Aralık.
The Parable of the Prodigal Son.
İsa, bir adamın 2 oğlu varmış, dedi. Bunlardan küçük olanı babasına, baba, malından bana düşen payı şimdi istiyorum demiş. Baba da servetini 2 oğlu arasında paylaştırmış. Birkaç gün sonra küçük oğul her şeyini toplayıp uzak bir ülkeye gitmiş. Orada uçarı bir hayat sürerek varını yoğunu çarçur etmiş. Her şeyini harcadıktan sonra o ülkede şiddetli bir kıtlık olmuş. Bir lokma ekmeğe muhtaç kalmış. Bunun üzerine o ülkenin vatandaşlarından birinin hizmetine girmiş. Adam onu domuz gütmek için otlaklarına yollamış. Küçük oğul çaresizlikten domuzların yediği keçi boynuzunu bile yemeye razıymış. Fakat kimse ona bir şey vermemiş. Nihayet aklı başına gelmiş ve şöyle demiş: babamın nice işçisinin bolca yiyeceği var. Bense burada açlıktan ölüyorum. Kalkıp babama gideceğim ve ona, baba, Allah'a ve sana karşı günah işledim. Ben artık senin oğlun olarak anılmaya layık değilim. Beni işçilerinden biri gibi kabul et diyeceğim. Böylece kalkıp babasının yanına dönmüş. Kendisi daha uzaktayken babası onu görmüş, yüreği sızlamış. Koşup ona sarılmış ve öpmüş. Oğlu ona, baba, Allah'a ve sana karşı günah işledim. Ben artık senin oğlun olarak anılmaya layık değilim demiş. Baba kölelerine şöyle demiş: çabuk olun, en iyi kaftanı getirip ona giydirin. Ayrıca parmağına yüzük takın, ayaklarına çarık giydirin. Besili danamızı getirip kesin, yiyip eğlenelim. Çünkü benim bu oğlum ölmüştü, fakat tekrar hayata döndü. Kaybolmuştu, fakat şimdi bulundu. Böylece eğlenmeye başlamışlar. Babanın büyük oğluysa tarladaymış. Eve yaklaşınca çalgı ve oyun seslerini duymuş. Uşaklardan birini çağırıp ne olduğunu sormuş. Uşak ona, kardeşin geri geldi, baban da ona sağ salim kavuştuğu için besili danayı kestirdi demiş. Büyük oğul buna çok gücenmiş, eve girmek istememiş. Babası dışarı çıkıp ona gelmesi için yalvarmış. O da babasına, bak, bunca yıl senin için köle gibi çalıştım. Hiçbir zaman emrinden çıkmadım. Fakat sen bana arkadaşlarımla eğlenmek için bir oğlak bile vermedin. Senin malını fahişelerle yiyen şu oğlun geldi diye besili danayı kestirdin demiş. Babası ona, evladım, sen her zaman yanımdasın. Neyin varsa senindir. Fakat bu kutlanıp mutlu olunacak bir gün. Çünkü kardeşin ölmüştü, şimdi hayata döndü. Kaybolmuştu, şimdi bulundu demiş.